Hey everybody, Moarhammer here. I've got another battle report for you. This is my Khorne against vampire counts. And this is a bit of a smaller game this time. We're playing 50, I think, pools of South Coast GT. And it's a pretty bloody one again. So sit back, relax, as I guide you through this brutal battle. But first, I'll jump straight into the army breakdown. So, here's a picture of deployments. Starting on my side, on the far left, I got 5 flesh hounds, then 10 blood letters with a blood secretor, the guy with the banner. Then in the middle there, I've got 5 skull reapers with a slaughter priest and a skull grinder. Then I've got 10 marauders and 5 more flesh hounds. Then up on his side, starting again on the far left, he's got a tomb banshee, then a big block of 40 zombies, a necromancer, 10 black knights, a white king just in front of them, then another tomb banshee on the left, or the right hand side even, and then 2 Khorne wraiths. So that's his army, bunkered up in the middle. My plan was kinda to hopefully put something forward to take the charge from the black knights and then hit them back with the skull reapers and my skull grinder, because I just need to make sure they go down fast, because they will stick around so much because they can bring models back to life. So yeah, that was my plan. I believe I did finish deploying first because he had a whole bunch of characters, so I ended up letting him go first. So he comes forward like this, not too fast, but a bit tentatively because he didn't want me to get charged. Me to be able to charge him too fast. He just put Mystic Shield on the Black Knights, but other than that, not a whole lot happens. Nothing's in range to shoot, so we jump straight into my turn, and I charge forward a little bit. Kind of put my marauders in front of my skull reapers and characters, so if he charges that way with his black knights, they'll chew up the marauders, but that's absolutely fine. I put my bloodletters on top of that hill, so they could strike out where they needed, and I put my slaughter priest next to them, with the hope that if I got a double turn, I might be able to use the bloodbind spell or the blood boil spell to bring the knights over to my bloodletters or wherever they might want to put them, wherever's closest at least. I do move my flesh hounds on the left-hand side forward. They were just within 18 inches of the necromancer, so if he tried to cast a spell, hopefully I could try to dispel it. And I have no shooting at all in this army whatsoever, so we jump straight into the initiative roll-off, and he does win it, unfortunately, which isn't ideal, but it's not too bad. So on the right-hand side, his Khorne Wraith and Tomb Banshee comes forward. His Black Knights charge straight towards the Bloodletters, and that was having me a bit worried, because I was hoping they were going to go for the Marauders, but he didn't take the bait. And then that big horde of zombies charges off towards those Flesh Hounds, but they were still a bit away, so fingers crossed they wouldn't make a charge. He also does cast the spell that gives the Black Knights the ability to pile in and attack twice, I believe. Yep, that's all his movements. In his shooting phase, nothing happens. I think he rolls really low for the scream against the Marauders, so they don't run away, or no one dies at least. So we go to the charge phase, and the zombies here slam into the Flesh Hounds. The 2 Khorne Wraiths here slam into the Marauders, and the Black Knights over here fail their charge, which was fantastic. They roll a 3, there it is, you can see it. Which is outrageous. So not only do they not get to pile and attack twice, but my bloodletters are going to be able to charge them, hopefully, or other stuff, and just hopefully really bring them down nicely, which is perfect. So that being said, he does go and pile with the zombies first against my flesh hounds, and he managed to drag 2 of them down, put a wound onto another, which isn't too bad. He rolls really poorly, considering he's rolling really quite high numbers of, quite high hit and wound rolls. That's not too bad. So I'll pile with my Marauders over here against the Khorne Wraith. I'm not expecting to do a whole lot. I don't do too badly, actually, though. I put 3 wounds on one and 1 wound onto another, so I was quite impressed with that. Go Marauders. When they attack back, however, the first one kills 4. First one kills 4 Khorne Wraiths, so Marauders even, so they're they're reducing numbers quickly. Then over here I attack with my Flesh Hounds. I kill 6 zombies, 6 or 7 zombies, which is fine, no problem there. And then his other Khorne Wraith attacks and kills another 4, so now there's 1 more left. So they put up a kind of good fight, I guess. So with that being the end of his turn, we go into my turn, and I do some stuff. I do try to do the Blood Boil on his Necromancer from my Slaughter Priest, but I do fail to cast it, unfortunately. So I just end up charging the Slaughter Priest towards the zombies. The Bloodsecrator plants his banner, as you might expect, and my Bloodletters charge towards the Blood Knights, the Black Knights even, and my Skull Reapers are coming in to join them. I also decided I want to put my Skull Grinder into the Khorne Wraith, because if I can kill that Khorne Wraith, then I can Blood Bless the Skull Reapers, and we all know what Blood Blessing does by now, so they would be, again, killing machines. On the right hand side, then my Flesh Hounds move around. The plan is they're going to go after that Tomb Banshee, should be able to kill it in 1 round, and then next turn can go and hunt that Necromancer. It'd be great to get him out of the way. So, I've got no shooting still, so we do go to the charge phase. The Slaughter Priest here charges the zombies, and the Bloodletters and Skull Reapers here charge the Black Knights. Fingers crossed there. Over here, my Skull Grinder, no surprise, makes it into the Khorne Wraith. And then lastly but not least, the Flesh Hounds here make it into the Tomb Banshee. So I decided to attack with my Bloodletters first, because these were the ones that were most vulnerable to counter-attack, and they do pretty nicely. I kill 3 whole Black Knights and put a wound onto another, which isn't too bad. So he attacks over here with his zombies. They pile in around. They put a wound onto the Slaughter Priest and kill all of the remaining Flesh Hounds, which was not good for that Slaughter Priest. I think he was... My fingers crossed he can do some damage. So I go in with my Skull Grinder next, and I smash the Khorne Wraith in his head, killing him, blood blessing my Skull Grinder, that 1 remaining Marauder, but most importantly, my Skull Reapers. I'm sure that Marauder will be thankful for it. So the Skull Reapers are blood blessed now. So whenever they hit on a 4-up, they make 2 wound rolls instead of just 1. So he piles in with his Black Knights next. Attacks, he puts 2 wounds onto a Skull Reaper and kills 2 Bloodletters. So fortunately he didn't kill a Skull Reaper, so I've still got hopefully a heap of attacks. But I decided to attack my Flesh Hounds next, pile in on the Banshee and bite it to death, which is fantastic. And then his Khorne Wraith attacks and surprisingly kills that Marauder. Poor Marauder. But that's okay, not too fussed about that. Then I decided to attack my Slaughter Priest. He brings out his axe and manages to hack 4 of them apart, which isn't too bad. It's a good start at least. And then I attack with my Skull Reapers. And it was brutal. These guys are just outrageous when they're blood blessed. I just need to get another Skull Grinder and just have them following these guys around. I end up killing 6 more Black Knights with just their attacks, which is fantastic. So there's only 1 of them left, and they are on a very, very shaky battle shock test. And lo and behold, doesn't matter. They break. The last one pops, crumbles, and there are no more Black Knights to come back, which is fantastic. So, we go into the initiative roll-off, and he does win it, which is fine. Can't argue with that too much. His White King comes forward. His Necromancer does cast Arcane Bolt at the Skull Reapers, plinking 1 off and putting a wound onto another. The Tomb Banshee on the left-hand side kind of just moves around a little bit, and the White King charges towards the Bloodletters. In the shooting phase, his Tomb Banshee does scream at the Slaughter Priest and actually plinks a wound off, which is not too bad. But that's all his shooting. So we go to the charge phase. His White King slams into the Bloodletters, and that's his only charge. So he decides to do that one first, and he does pretty well actually. He kills 4 Bloodletters, which is quite scary. It's not too bad at all. So I decided to attack my Slaughter Priest next, because I only need to kill a couple more to take him down that next boundary of killiness. I managed to hack 4 apart, which I think was just about enough to do it, which is great. Then his Khorne Wraith attacks my Skull Grinder, just trying to do something before I kill it, but he isn't able to do anything, which is perfect. So I partner with my Bloodletters against the White King. and I put a single wound onto him, which that's fine. And then his zombies wrap around my slaughter priest. This guy's just going mental with his axe. And they put another 2 wounds onto him, so he's 2/3 dead, and he's not looking like he's going to get out of there anytime soon. So my skull grinder. Sorry, the Khorne did put actually 4 wounds onto the skull grinder. Didn't take a picture of that for some reason earlier, but yeah. So the Khorne put 4 wounds, and then in retaliation, he just smashes his skull grinder hammer into his face and makes him go away, which is perfect. So we go into my turn, and there's some stuff that happens. My Fleshhounds charge off towards that Necromancer. My Slaughter Priest did use Blood Boil against the Necromancer and managed to get it off this time, and putting 3 wounds onto him. I was hoping I could kill him, because it's D6. There's a chance I could kill him, but unfortunately it wasn't to be. So hopefully my Fleshhounds can do the job. And my Skull Reapers kind of move towards the zombies as much as possible. Hopefully they're going to get that charge. And the Skull Grinder's kind of just not doing much. He moves across, but he's out there, basically. So in the charge phase, my Skull Reapers do manage to make it into the zombies just by the skin of their teeth. I rolled exactly what I needed to roll. And my Fleshhounds quite easily make it into the Necromancer, and he's now dog food. So I decided to put my Skull Reapers first because they are the killy ones. I pick up my dice, and it's just it's just outrageous. I love these guys. They're so good. I kill every single zombie with just the Skull Reapers. They are under the influence of the Blood Secretor, so they've got 4 attacks apiece. But, oh my god, it was just outrageous. Amazing. So, yeah, that was fantastic. He does attack back with his White King first thing, and does manage to kill the remaining Bloodletters. There was that, but I wasn't that worried about it. And then I attack with my Corn Dogs, and they bite that Necromancer right in his butt and kill him, which is perfect. Which brings us here to the end of the game. At this point, my opponent concedes. His White King could he could go into the Skull Reapers, maybe kill one, and then just get murdered. From this point, there's not really a whole lot he can do. So he concedes the game, and there you have it. Another victory for the Legions of Khorne. And what a bloody victory. Those Skull Reapers are just outrageous. I'm loving using them. They're just so good. But yeah, it was a great game. A lot of fun. We were laughing the whole way through. We just constantly take the piss out of each other, which is fantastic. And his zombies seemed like they were going to do such a lot of damage in that game, but they just met the wrong opponent at the end there. So thanks very much for watching. If you like the video, leave a comment below or click the thumbs up button and subscribe to me, or follow me on Twitter @MoreWarGames, and I'll see you again soon for another battle report. Cheers.